Welcome back. John Fedro here with wholesaling.net. If you're watching this video, it means that you care about when and how much you should pay a park manager or another investor or somebody for finding you a buyer or a seller when we're talking about a mobile home. So you're a mobile home investor. Let's talk about that. When to pay somebody, how much to pay somebody, that you don't come off sleazy or scammy sounding. I will first say a disclaimer that in most states there is a limit to how much you can pay a non-real estate professional for helping you find a buyer. They helped you find a buyer or a seller so that you could put a deal together. Now I will say that if you're talking to a mobile home park manager, normally just being an ethical, rational, proactive mobile home investor is enough. Most managers, the fact that you are going to do what you say, you're going to follow the rules, you're going to pay on time, you seem like you know what you're talking about, you're trustworthy, you have the same vision of the park, you want to help the park increase their revenue, you share all the same goals. That is usually enough for the vast majority of managers compared to like other people. You're not going to be a problem and you're easy to work with. That's wonderful. So most managers, that alone is going to be fine. So you don't have to say on the first phone call or the first interaction, hey, can I pay you for a referral? In fact, that might not come off the way that you want it to. Most managers are not going to ask you about, hey, do you pay a referral fee? Can you pay any kickbacks if I hand you a deal? Now, if they ask you, definitely say, of course, I want to make sure that you're taken care of. And if you hook me up with a buyer or a seller, I'm going to get you paid quick and make sure that you're happy with that. But normally they will not ask you that. The only managers that ask you that, in my experience, are brand new managers. They've never managed before, or they're super young, like high teens, low 20s, like they're young and or they're greedy. Nothing against young people, or they're greedy, or they're selfish, or they like want extra money from you. They're using their position as something of power to try to get more money. So, but that's usually not the case. And again, if they do say something, then yes, then give them, make sure that they know that you're going to pay them handsomely. But when a manager does inevitably turn you on to a buyer or a seller, wait till the deal fully goes through. So wait till you've bought the home and you've put somebody back into the home. They've approved somebody and now, the deal's done. You're getting payments now, or you cashed out completely. But once the deal's done, then, and only then, I would suggest, go back to the park manager. If we're talking about a park manager, go back to the park manager to sincerely thank them. Say, Miss Manager, thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to put this deal together if it wasn't for you. I couldn't help the buyer, I couldn't have helped the seller, and I'm glad that we all worked together and everyone's happy. I'd love to do more of these. How can I say thank you? How can I genuinely say thank you? And what can I give you, so that I would love to do more of these? And that's what you want to get across, that you're humble, you're sincere, you're so thankful for what the manager has done and given to you. And then they will say a number, maybe a couple $100. Usually the manager says, no, don't worry about it. I'm glad that I could have done this and facilitated this. So most managers, they won't want any money. And if they do, maybe give them a $100 gift card to somewhere in town. And if they do want some money, then they'll tell you, well, I want a couple $100. Usually $300 to $500 to $600 is about average of what's average. There's some investors I work with that they pay $1,000 referral fee, which I think is too much. But if you're giving a manager $1,000, they're gonna remember you and gonna like you. Now, with that said, if you want to proactively, before somebody even gets you a deal, you can go ahead and build some rapport with managers or with other investors. But you want to be using that sparingly, where you bring boxes of chocolate for someone, or buy the office gifts, or like a lunch or something like that you buy for the entire office, pizza or donuts, and you're stopping in and maybe having a donut or a slice of pizza with them to chit chat and to build more rapport. I hope that this made sense. If you're thinking about watching this video and you're like, John, what about kickbacks for other people? Feel free to let me know. Ask in the questions. If you handle this differently, please comment in the questions as well. Questions, concerns, comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can email me directly if you don't want to comment below at support@wholesaling.net. That's support@wholesaling.net. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.